Hi, friend. I know you've been going through a lot, so why don't you let that all go for a few minutes and come on this hike with me and we'll talk about it? Your nervous system is just trying to create safety by being certain about the outcomes. And to be certain about the outcomes, it leads you to try to control everything around you, even though you can't. And that's the hardest thing to learn is that you just can't. There are so many unknowns in the unfolding of your life that you just don't get any say or control in. You can guide the boat, but you can't control the waves. And honestly, that's part of the fun of it all, part of the mystery of life. If you remove all that mystery and unknown, things would get pretty boring because everything would be predictable. You already know the outcome before it happens. Let go of control and let it all work out. Let life surprise you. And even if your past experiences have told you that surprises aren't good and it's usually a negative experience, allow yourself to be open. Because if you try to control everything, you're just shutting yourself out from unexpected joy, unexpected connections, and you're closing yourself off from what's meant for you. You don't get to decide when or how something appears in your life. When you co-create with the universe and you try this manifestation journey, it is co-creation. It is partially you're deciding where you want to go, what you want, and what you desire. But the other part of it is creating space and allowing life or spirit or the divine to do its work and bring those things into your life. You don't get a say in how or when, but you do get a say in what. You do get a say in what it is you want. If you just let go into the process, into the journey, and lose yourself in the present moment and enjoy the journey, you're going to be amazed by how life has unfolded for you so beautifully and perfectly in ways that you couldn't have even imagined yourself, which is why you have to let go of control. Because while you think you know what you want and how you want it, there's actually a more aligned and perfect way for that to appear into your life that you never would have thought about or you never would have been able to make happen on your own. You have to make space and let go and let it all work out. If you've been feeling like you've been stuck in a waiting room or a holding pattern right now, just know you're exactly where you need to be. It might seem like other people on a similar path are further ahead than you, but they're on completely different journeys. You don't know where they started or when they started or how long they've been on that journey. It's not fair to yourself to compare to that. You're exactly where you need to be right now. Everyone hikes their own hike, and you need to find joy in where you're at on your path right now. Look around you and appreciate the beauty that surrounds you. Let life determine the trail. Let life determine where the twists and turns are. You can't control that. And if you tried to control that and go off the trail, you're just going to invite more blockage, more scary situations, and you'll be stuck in fight or flight. Trust that the path you're on is going to guide you home. Life has already marked the trail and maintained the trail for you. All you have to do is let go and let it all work out. Let it all unfold in front of you and enjoy those expansive views. Enjoy those twists and turns as they come up, because it's all a part of the journey. Being a little bit surprised is a lot better than predicting it. Have you ever watched a thriller or a mystery show and you correctly predicted what the plot twist was going to be, and it was kind of disappointing when you found out you were right? Life is kind of the same way. You can predict your outcome, you can try to control it, but there's a part of you that's going to be a little bit disappointed because you already knew it was going to happen. There's no surprise, no thrill. Nothing was unexpected, and that's not really a way to live in full authentic joy. Sometimes your path is going to call for you to be more present, more focused, and more patient. And I know you've been so patient, my friend. I know you've been waiting so patiently for it to be your turn and for your hard work to pay off. But being in the waiting room isn't a bad thing either, because you're next. Your turn is coming. And as long as you can stay present and as long as you can find beauty in your path and where you're at right now, you're going to see these things, these beautiful things come into your life, and you won't even notice how much time has passed because you got yourself into a flow state of presence, of being so grounded in the moment and where you're at. And it's going to feel like no time has passed at all. And when these things come in, you're going to sit back and look at this holding period, this waiting room period, and be so grateful for it. And maybe even nostalgic and wondering where the time went. My friend, I know you've been trying to build your dream life and that you've been through a lot and you've been working really, really hard, changing your habits, changing your routines, allowing yourself to be seen, allowing yourself to be authentic, but you also need to make time to rest, just let go of the wheel. When I go hiking, I always like to pick a trail I haven't done before because it's so much more fun not knowing what's around the next corner, not knowing if there's a beautiful view of mountains or if there's a creek or a waterfall. It makes the journey a lot more interesting. It allows me to be more present and to really appreciate where I'm at because I don't know what's around the corner. There's always something to be learned on your path. Life is never going to be perfect or always full of joy and happiness. There are going to be some downhill moments or moments that you fall and it's hard to get back up. But it's all a part of the path. It's all a part of the journey. And you'd be shortchanging yourself by not allowing it to unfold as it's meant to. I know our society is built around time, but don't allow yourself to become a slave to it. Don't measure your worth or your progress by something as silly as time, which isn't even real. You are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. It's not too late, and you're exactly on time. You're gonna get everything you've been dreaming of, everything you've been working towards, all in the right divine timing. And it's okay to acknowledge and accept that that time is not in this current moment. That doesn't mean it'll never be your time. It doesn't mean it'll never come. It just means that there are a few more things that your spirit team and the divine need to arrange for you before it's ready. You never want to bring something out of the oven before it's done cooking. Why would you want the same to apply to these big, beautiful dreams that you've been cooking and planning? Don't try to rush it out. Let it keep cooking. Let it keep marinating. Because the longer it cooks, the better it's going to taste. I know it's much easier said than done to just let go and surrender into the unknown, but that's why they call it the art of surrender or a practice of letting go. It takes a lot of time and practice. It's a muscle. Letting go is just like any other muscle. You have to practice it, and you can practice it in small ways. Start small. And one of the most practical ways to start is to just become aware of where are you holding on tightly. Notice in your body where things feel really tense or like you're clenching. If your body is tensing up, then that means that you're holding on too tightly and you need to let go. Everything is going to work out. Everything's going to work out the way it's meant to. And sometimes it looks a little bit messy at first, but anytime you clean something up, you clean a room, you clean your house, it always gets messier before it gets clean. This part of your journey isn't easy, and I'd be lying to you if I told you that it was. But you've been doing such an amazing job navigating through this, continuing forward into the unknown, and learning to trust. And the next phase of this journey is learning to find the joy in it, learning to lose yourself in the moment and have fun, because the more fun you have, the more you'll attract these wonderful dreams that you've been building into your life. Life doesn't have to be so serious all the time. It doesn't have to be this hard trek on this healing journey. You are allowed to have fun and live in joy, and you don't have to wait for it. You can live in that energy now. You can have fun now. So I just want to say I'm so proud of you, my friend. Keep it up. You're doing amazing. You're exactly where you need to be right now, where you're meant to be. You're right on time. And thank you for joining me on this snowy, beautiful hike, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love.